breaking news out of Los Angeles, where the FBI says it is investigating clashes between law enforcement and demonstrators. These clashes began Friday when crowds gathered around federal law enforcement officers carrying out immigration raids in that area. And today, right now, we're seeing police using tear gas and flashbangs to clear the crowds. California Assemblymember Jose Luis Salache, who witnessed what was unfolding there, is joining us now on the phone. Assemblyman, thank you so much for being here with us. I know you represent the area, Paramount, where we've been seeing some of this happen. Explain to us, describe to us what you saw today.
Correct. I've been here since 9 a.m. when we first saw the agents drive up to my community. I was actually on the freeway with one of the vans from Border Patrol, and then I did a U-turn type of situation. I followed them, and they were here in my community. There were 7 agents waiting to open their fence. Throughout the morning, there's about 60 different vehicles that have driven in there. 25 of them plus are Border Patrol logo vehicles, and then about 30 plus vehicles were unmarked vehicles, SUVs. And right now, I'm here with my community. There's about 60 Border Patrol agents. They're there with guns. They're there, they're having a staging process. Of course, communities out here strong, opposing these raids in our community in Los Angeles. I represent this district, and our community is strongly here opposing this.
And we are looking at live video while you're talking. I see a lot of smoke. There were some small fires, it looked like. In the distance from where we're looking at on this video, we can see people who appear to be gathered together, and we're seeing some sort of agents as well. We had a spokesperson from DHS saying that that these protesters were in a sense violent, that's what they're trying to push back against. Has that been your experience?
There's definitely a variety of demonstrators. I have to be objective here, and there's some people that are, of course, are angry, they're passionate about why the agents are here. And you have a variety of folks that obviously are here peacefully, and there are people who are a little more aggressive, and that's just being objective. But of course, community is upset of why they're even here in our community.
Right.
And I represent a very high immigrant, high undocumented community in my district, which we're proud of the work that we all contribute to this country. These are not criminals. These are people that are hardworking people that are contributing. And, of course, that's what people are angry about. You're going to come and take you're doing raids and looking for people that are at their workplace, at contributing to this country, and they're not criminals. So that's what people are upset about, including myself.
And it's 2:02 there, Los Angeles time, where you are. How long do you expect this to go on? Does it appear that this is going to continue?
I made my own calls to, of course, the governor's office, to folks that we need to de-escalate this. They need to send these people home so that our community can go home and stop this. And we need to de-escalate the situation because people are upset. I don't know how long it's going to be here. I came here since 9 a.m. myself with community, and they've been standing their stage there. And we've seen throughout the morning different vehicles leaving the facility. And so we have a feeling that they're doing raids throughout the LA, Los Angeles area.
And we have word now that the FBI is investigating what's going on. Have you seen any FBI agents or anyone like that where you are?
Not as of now. Again, I've seen Border Patrol vests and uniforms that they're wearing, the agents, with gas. And of course, they've been gassing people as they get close to them. Anytime that vehicles leave the facility or the parking lot, they throw they're gassing people so they can move away from the area, and so these vehicles leave the premises.
And
but I have not seen anyone from the FBI here yet.
Yeah. How often would you say you're hearing these flashbangs or seeing this tear gas deployed?
It's been throughout the morning, to be honest with you. I actually was close to them, just monitoring the situation. I was affected myself earlier because they were shooting toward the area where I was standing. Of course, I ran through that, and it was the first time I ever got gas in my eyes, and of course, the coughing. So it's my first time experiencing it. It's not a good feeling.
And have you seen anyone be detained or arrested?
We did see about 4 people that were arrested that were demonstrators. They were on this side of the fence demonstrating. Again, I can't justify why they were being detained, but obviously they were demonstrating against the agents being here physically in our community.
Yeah. And again, just to underscore what you were saying, it sounds like, based on your description, that the demonstrators that are gathering range in peaceful demonstrators to some who are being more aggressive, who are physically pushing back.
They've been upset. I think that they get closer to the agents, of course, right? So of course the agents are doing their part to show their part, right? But people are demonstrating, and there's a lot of peaceful demonstration. But there are people that obviously are just upset, and they're showing their anger through that. I have encouraged people through my social media to please be peaceful as they're demonstrating. Do not use violence. That's not what we want to do. We don't want to add to their narrative. We want to make sure that people are demonstrating. We live in a democratic process where people can express their feelings and how they're feeling, but of course do it in a peaceful manner.
Yeah. And just again, to underscore, as we're talking to you, we're looking at live video. And look, there's a lot of law enforcement there. Just the posture that we're seeing from law enforcement in your neighborhood. This is a big response, it seems.
Yes, we definitely don't have any local authorities because we don't engage with supporting any of ISIS, strategies that they do. So we don't have any local or state agencies collaborating with them. They're working on their own at their own merit at this point.
All right,
federal agents.
Yeah, Assemblyman Salachi, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much, and thank you for reporting this. And we have to make sure we keep the community safe.
Protests boiling over for a second day in the streets of Los Angeles amid the Trump administration's immigration crackdown. CNN correspondent Julia Vargas Jones joining us now from Los Angeles with the very latest. Julia, what's unfolding right now?
Well, these operations are still ongoing in Paramount, California. That's just south of Los Angeles. Jessica, take a listen to what is going on just now. Now, a woman who took another video of this same scene near the Home Depot there, she said that she could smell the tear gas in the air, that federal officers had come to this Home Depot where generally people gather to offer services, and that it was unclear if anyone was arrested. But we did see a response there from the community trying to impede those officers from carrying out this raid. We did hear from the Department of Homeland Security just moments ago a statement from them saying that, quote, the violent targeting of law enforcement in Los Angeles by lawless rioters is despicable, and Mayor Bass and Governor Newsom must call for it to end. The men and women of ICE put their lives on the line to protect and defend the lives of American citizens. That, again, just now we're receiving this, Jessica. This is as we're going into day 2 of these kinds of clashes. Yesterday, raids took place in downtown Los Angeles, at least 3 different locations. One of them, another Home Depot, and the other one was in the Fashion District at a business that was allegedly using fictitious documents for some of their workers, according to the U.S. Attorney's Office. That, again, so we have that going on yesterday and today. And then as the news continued to spread yesterday of these raids, that's when we see protests swelling in downtown Los Angeles, part of the city being paralyzed by these protests as the community was coming together to say that they oppose these kinds of targeted raids and that they were indiscriminate. They were angered by this. Frankly, Los Angeles, a city that has so many immigrants, about 10 million undocumented immigrants in California. A third of them are here in Los Angeles County. So this kind of reaction is to be expected.
Yeah, this is a developing story, Julia. We'll continue to keep an eye on it as things continue to escalate there in Los Angeles. We will certainly keep an eye out for any more developments. Julia Vargas Jones, thanks so much.